So don't blame her, life turned her that way. Life turned her that way. Ricky Van Shelton, also Little Jimmy Dickens. I think he was the original, Little Jimmy Dickens was. And George Jones recorded this. Mel Tellis, a bunch of people recorded this song. It was a Harlan Howard song, great songwriter. Wrote tons of songs, most of them just by himself, and no co-writers. And so I got to meet him a few years ago in Nashville. Well, several years ago now. He's been passed away quite a while back. But anyway, awesome man, very humble man, and just an awesome songwriter. A huge catalog of songs. And so we're going to have fun doing this one today. My name's Keith Williams with Fretmore Guitar Lessons. Appreciate y'all tuning in today and doing this fun 3-chord country song in G. We're going to capo up one. That's what Ricky does it in. He does it in G, C, and D. All right, and we're going to have a little kind of an extra chord in there. It's more of a lick. We're not really staying there, but it is actually a partial chord anyway that we're playing there, so I'll show you that too. Let me get up here a little closer and we'll show you these chords here. We're going to do this G. There's several ways to play a G. I play this one when I'm a lot of times in the key of G, where I'm switching back and forth, okay, because there's not as much movement there. It makes it a little easier and not have to jump around so much. So anyway, we're going to take our middle finger on the 5th string of the 2nd fret, 1, 2. Okay, ring finger on the 6th string and pinky on the 1st string of the 3rd fret. We're strumming 6 strings. And then we can just drop down these 2 fingers, okay, to the 4th and 5th. Put our finger over here, the 1st finger on the 2nd string of the 1st fret. Lift up our pinky and we got a C. Okay, that's our C right there. So I'm going to go up 2, put my pinky back on, lift my finger. There's our G. So there's just, you drop it down. It's a lot simpler to do. Now the little kind of lick we're going to do is it's really a C minor 7th, and it's really the C chord without the ring finger. Okay, it's still 2nd string and 4th string. So that's a A minor 7th. Now I'm going to keep my pinky there because I'm kind of back and forth between the G and that. So I'm keeping my pinky there, so I don't know. That's an A minor 7th. I'm not sure what it does really. It's still in that family, but I'm not sure what that chord would be called with the pinky. But it really doesn't matter. We're just kind of doing it as a lick anyway, okay? So we're not staying there. We're just doing that little lick, and I'll show you the lick here in a minute. Okay? And okay, so the lick is we're on the 4th string, doing a hammer on, plucking the 3rd string, and then doing really a pull off on this 2nd string. So it's 3rd, and you can do a pull off or pluck it either way you want to. So it's just the 3 strings, 4th, 3rd, and 2nd. So I'm kind of doing it. I'm kind of plucking it where I'm plucking that 2nd string with my middle finger coming up. But you can pluck it, or you can do a pull off. Okay. Either way you want to do it. 4th, 3rd, 2nd. Okay. Okay, so that's kind of the main kind of lick there. And then there may be, I don't know if there's anything else. It might be a little run from this D back to the G, but I can't remember for sure. But I'll show you that when we get to it. And then a D chord, 2nd fret, 3rd string, 1st string, and then 3rd fret, 2nd string. Strumming 4. Okay. And I'll do probably a D sus here, which is just adding that pinky to the 1st string of the 3rd fret. lot of times the songs don't call for some of that extra stuff that I do. Now, like I say, that first they are doing that, but the D sus, I'll kind of throw that in a lot of times just for good measure. But anyway, all right. So there's not much to this song. There's just really a verse and a chorus. The chorus, they sing it twice, but anyway, we're gonna go through this here, and so we'll start with that little lick, okay? And what I'm doing, you can strum it if you want to. I'm gonna do some finger picking. And all I do on that is I'm just kind of doing. Plucking the top string, the sixth string, and then the fourth, and then the second, third, and the first, and then coming back on the second and third. So sixth, fourth, second, third, fourth, and then I'm going sixth, fourth, second, third, and then the first, and then the second and the third, okay? Sixth, fourth, second, third, first, second, third, okay? Then back to the fourth. If she sings cold and bitter, then I beg of you. Okay, so I'm adding a little bit of something there on that C. Just adding my pinky on the first string, third fret. Okay, so now what you can do on as far as the finger picking, because I know sometimes that can get a little confusing. I've watched other pickers do that, and I'm trying to mimic what they're doing too, and it's like, man, I can't, because you're trying to do it just like them, and sometimes it takes a little time. You don't have to be perfect with it. It's mainly, just like I say, you can strum it. If she sings cold and bitter, then I beg of you. Now what I'm doing there is I'm just alternating the sixth, fifth. And then when I go to the C, I'd be fifth and fourth. Fourth, fifth, fourth. And like I say, on the picking, if you want to just do some picking, you can just come back up on that, just plucking the sixth string, and then coming back up on the first, second, and third. Keeping it a little more simple than doing finger picking. If you don't want to, if you're not comfortable doing that right now, is just use your pick. So I'm just doing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 6, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 6, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do the same on each one there. So, like I say, but feel free to just strum it. If she sings, all right, we're going to start this song. I think we've given you enough pointers in this way to start this thing. If she sings cold and bitter, then I beg of you, just stop. Okay, I threw something else in there too. I'm doing on that D, I'm doing a hammer on that first string. So lifting my finger up, my middle finger, not giving you the bird there, but there you lifting that up. Okay. I'm just plucking that once, twice. Okay. Sounds like my capo's a little bit off there a little bit. It's getting a little bit of a buzz there. Okay. Okay. Stop. Beg of you, just stop and consider. And there's my D sus. Oh, now I'm doing that hammer on again. She's gone through. Don't be quick. And I just did that's the first finger on the second string. Didn't do the whole A7, A minor 7th, just okay. For things she might say, just remember life turned her. There's that D sus again. That way. I'm just not real happy with how that's sounding on that first string here. Sorry about that. All right, so then we're going to go with, this is the chorus, and again, we're just going to do this one time, and because it's the same way both times, and so let's do this chorus one time, and then we'll do the tag at the end. All right. She's been walked on, stepped on, and I'm doing more strumming here on this one because it's kind of changes pace here a little bit. Oh, so many times, and I hate to admit it, but the last, what I'm doing there is just, sometimes I'll lift that middle finger and ring finger on the 5th and 6th string. I'm doing more of the hammer on the 6th string. I'm not really plucking the 5th string, but I lift them both up. Okay. So, okay. She's been walked on, stepped on, so many times, and I hate to admit it, but the last footprints mine. D sus again on it, just kind of coming up on it. She was crying. Again, just one finger on the 2nd string. When I met her, she cries harder today. So don't blame her. I'm doing the whole A minor 7th there. Life turned her that way. Okay, so what they do on let me just back up just a minute. So that would be the first chorus there. So don't blame her. Life turned that way. And what I would do, there may be a little lead part in there, but I just do that beginning part. Do it again. She's been walked on. Okay, so they go through the chorus again, and then at the end of it, what he's doing is he's going, instead of going back to the G at the end of Life Turned Her That Way, he's going to the C the first time. Okay, and I did that at the beginning on the little sample that I always give at the beginning of the lesson. Okay, so it's so don't blame her. Life turned her. To see that way. So don't blame. Life turned that way. All right. So anyway, that was a little longer lesson than I meant for it to be, but such a short song for sure. But anyway, I like to just explain all the things I'm doing and not just throw them out there and then you're like, what the heck's he doing? And even as much as I try to explain it, sometimes I know it can be a little bit overwhelming if you're a beginner and just trying to figure out all that stuff. And again, as I always say, you don't have to do any of that stuff. You can leave all that out and everything. But anyway, appreciate y'all tuning into our channel and to this lesson. Be sure and give us a thumbs up on this one. Subscribe to us if you would. Share it on social media if you would. That would be a big help to us. Check out our descriptions down below. A lot of links down there. And like I said, I hope this was a good lesson for you. And hope you enjoyed this. I sure enjoyed doing it for you. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.